Canada is a reference when it comes to quality of life, but there are several other curiosities about Canada that many people are unaware of. The country that neighbors the United States and is the second largest country in the world in terms of territory, has a history as well as a culture with many points worth knowing. Are you interested? Come with me. Hey guys, we are from the channel Another Curiosity, and here's the 10 top curiosities of Canada. 10. Canada is a country with two languages. Due to colonization, Canada ended up with two languages spoken, English and French. In fact, in many places in the country you will find signs in both languages. Large cities, such as Toronto, have English as a sovereign language, but regions like Quebec are in charge of French. This curious fact makes many people travel to the country on exchange aiming to learn both languages in parallel. 9. Canada is the polar bear capital of the world. When people call Canada the land or country of, it's not for nothing. In addition to the whole country having forests with a good population rate of four-legged friends, it's also a home to Churchill, considered the polar bear capital. To give you an idea, there are more animals of the genus than so much so that the place has become a world-famous tourist walks where you can come face to face with great polar bears. 8. The country has a queen. One of the curiosities about Canada that shocks many people is that the country has a queen. The vast majority do not know, but the country is a constitutional monarch with a parliamentary regime, and who holds the crown in the country of bears is the well-known Queen Elizabeth II. All government officials and new citizens must pledge allegiance to the Queen, and in addition, certain government approval require her royal. 7. Home to the longest beach in the world. When we talk about Canada, snow and ultra-low temperatures automatically comes to mind. But one of the curiosities about Canada is that it has the longest freshwater beach in the world. It is called 𝐂𝐨𝒏𝒄𝒊𝒆 Beach and is located in the Ontario. It has about 14 kilometers of sand, and in addition to calm and shallow waters and considerable pleasant temperatures, if you ever go to the country, it's worth taking the. 6. Interesting income tax. Canadians pay a high income tax. After all, for the quality of life maintained by the government, a higher collection is necessary. However, there are several deductions that can be made that are curious to say the least. Canadians can, for example, deduct amounts spent on dog food on their income tax. 5. Use of the basement. The surprising architecture is one more of the curiosities, in addition to housing the third largest building in the world. The country is also referenced in the use of subsoil as an alternative to the low temperatures that affect the entire region. The most famous building in this style is the Path Complex. 4. Largest indoor amusement. One of the curiosities is that it also has the largest indoor amusement. This was also an attraction, taking into account the low temperature. After all, nobody deserves to go on a super fast roller coaster with minus 40 degrees Celsius winds in their face. 3. Toronto is the city with the greatest temperature fluctuation. When it comes to temperature variation, Toronto is a city that draws attention. That's because she managed to reach extremes throughout the seasons that surprise anyone, even those who live in the city. During the summer, the region can reach a grandiose 40 degrees Celsius, a temperature so high that is common in tropical countries like 2. Colonization by. Although much of colonization was done by the French, records and archaeological evidence show that the east coast of Canada may have been settled by Vikings. This happened around 1000 before Christ, and may explain a lot about tribute adventures throughout human history. The site with most archaeological evidence for this theory is settled found in Lanksea, Ouse, Meadows in Newfoundland. It brings several records of the presence of the Vikings. One of the coldest capitals in the world. Being extremely north, Canada is also home of the coldest city in the world, Ottawa, which is also the Canadian capital. Temperatures below zero, between -1 °C and 25 degrees, are predominant for most of the year. That is, those who live in the region have low temperature as a routine. So guys, every week we are posting videos on Wednesdays and Fridays. If you like it, don't forget to leave your like and activate the notification bell to stay on top of all the. I'm waiting for you in the next. Subscribe. See ya.